Lisa McClain is the chair of the House Republican Conference and also sits on the House Financial Services and House Education and Workforce Committees. Chairwoman, thank you for coming on. We do appreciate that. The number 2 House Democrat quoted on this. Senator Coons echoing that recently. Your reaction to that?
I mean, it's sickening. I don't know what else to say. They are so bold and so brazen to not care about the American people. I mean, they are saying that they are okay with American people suffering. They are okay with moms not being able to put food on the table for their families, to use them as leverage. And let's be clear, a government shutdown should never be used as leverage. Families, hardworking American families, should never be used as leverage for more wasteful spending. And that's exactly what the Democrats are doing. And they're so bold and brazen, they actually say it out loud. It's disgusting, it's shameful, but I think it'll be pretty good for us in the near future.
Chairwoman, just in case our viewers did not hear the soundbite, we just want to play it and we'll listen in together. This is Chris Coons, a Democrat senator from Delaware. Let's watch.
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House. Frankly, this is our only moment of leverage. And although a very unpleasant tool to use,
we're talking about millions of individuals who would be qualifying for those SNAP benefits. They aren't going to get them starting this Saturday. Your thoughts?
Yeah, 42 million. 42 million families won't get their SNAP benefits because the Democrats want to use them as leverage. And let's not forget what their fearless leader, Chuck Schumer, said. Every day of this shutdown gets better for them. Well, I asked Chuck Schumer, who is them? Because it's not the American families in which you're supposed to be representing and advocating for. Is them your socialist radical base? Is that who them is? Because I can sure assure you that them is not the American people.
Yeah, for sure. And look, just to humanize this a bit more, it's easy for us to talk about the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP benefits. This is how single mothers, single fathers, low income, below the poverty line, this is how they get food assistance. They qualify for it, they apply for it, they depend on it. They are not able to eat if this doesn't pass. And meantime, you have more than 24 Democrat state leaders filing a lawsuit now against the U.S. Department of Agriculture, claiming it's illegal for the federal government, Senator, to cut off November SNAP payments amid the government shutdown because the benefits provide to roughly 42 million, as you pointed out. But here's the lawsuit, and I wanted to get your response to it. In part, it says, quote, shutting off SNAP benefits will cause deterioration of public health and well-being. Ultimately, the states will bear costs associated with many of these harms. The loss of SNAP benefits leads to food insecurity, hunger, and malnutrition, which are associated with numerous negative health outcomes in children, such as poor concentration, decreased cognitive function, fatigue, depression, and behavioral problems. I don't think anyone's arguing with any of that. The argument is why this is happening. Your thoughts?
It's really clear. And this is one area that I actually do agree with the Democrats. Everything you just said is 100% accurate. But the Democrats are on record saying they are okay with families suffering and losing their benefits. The really simple answer, vote for the clean, nonpartisan, no gimmick CR that you voted for 13 other times. I'll remind you, Chuck Schumer voted 29 out of 29 times for a clean CR. This is the first time that he has not voted and told his colleagues not to vote for it. So if you really care about the American people and everything that you just said about food insecurity and the harm that it will cause, it's a really simple fix. Stop bowing down to your progressive, radical left wings of your party and put the American people first and vote for the clean CR like you've done dozens of times in the past and stop holding the American people hostage.
Madam Chairwoman, I just wanted to ask you a question I don't think has been brought up, at least enough anyway, at this point. So we're moving into the end of October into November. The Clean CR gets you funded to mid-November. At this point, I mean, even if you got it over the hurdle, you're talking about the government's funded for less than 2 weeks. At this point, is there another step that needs to be taken?
Yeah, there's going to be another step. Every day that the Democrats continue to obstruct and not pass the CR, it is another day that ticks off the clock that we, don't have to do our work. So at this point, we're already working on, and we have been working on appropriation bills. And the minute the government opens up, what do we do? Do we have enough time to pass the appropriation bills? We hope so, but I also live in reality. Or what is the next step? What does the next step look like? We've been working diligently on that, but again, every day that we get closer to November 21st, the less likely it is that we are able to pass the appropriation bills like we should be able to do and like we were on track of doing before the Democrats shut the government down. So that's just the unfortunate reality of which we're in. So but we're already talking about what is our next step.
Yeah. Well, there are some off-year elections that are scheduled for next Tuesday. So maybe it could motivate some people either to turn out in favor of certain candidates or vote against others. We'll wait and see what those results yield. That is Chairwoman Lisa McClain joining us this morning. Thank you so much. We appreciate the time.